Alright everyone, so today's video is actually a little bit of a departure from my usual watch videos and just delving into the world of tech a little bit. So I wanted to review my headphones. These are my wireless over-the-ear Skullcandy Crusher headphones. I've had these for probably about a year now and I love them. So just wanted to kind of explore it, show you all the features and what made me purchase this over something like a pair of Beats or Sony's or any other over-the-ear headphones. So let's get started. So firstly, I wanted to talk a little bit about the packaging. So the headphones came in this carry case. As you can see, it's a soft case. It's got the Skullcandy logo on it. The inside is made of this super soft velvet feeling material. It's also got a couple of pockets in here for storage of your cables and any other accessories. I do wish this was a hard case, just for added protection. But I understand why they went with the soft case, because the headphones are already kind of bulky and this takes up less space, and it's probably cheaper to produce as well. So anyway, onto the headphones now. These are, I would say, fairly chunky. They're big, they're over the ear, of course, and they have almost these leatherette ear pads that are actually really soft and really plush. The top here has this rubberized material on the other underside where it makes contact with your head. And even on the outside, you got this almost fake leather feeling material, which does feel quite nice. The sides here, you have plastic. And in the actual mechanism here, of course, you have metal there. And this is the adjustment for the band. But yeah, overall build quality wise, I don't really have any complaints. Although one thing I did notice is that this slider, which is a bass slider, which I will cover a little bit later in this video as well, can feel a little wonky sometimes. Like the sliding doesn't always feel that smooth. I feel like it tends to wear down quite a bit. Also, the ear cups themselves, they are kind of held into place in these little grooves here, and I don't know why. I think when I wore these to the gym a couple of times, I almost had the ear cups kind of come out, like the padding came out of the groove. But I was able to fit it back in pretty easily, and it's not really something that gives me any issues that often, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. Also, let's take a look at the outside of the headphones. So again, just plastic here, Skullcandy logo here. Really tasteful implementation of their branding, actually. Usually Skullcandy products are known for being kind of loud and garish when it comes to their branding, but here they've kept it fairly minimalist, and I appreciate that. And so you have a bass slider. Here you got a power button, an LED indicator, and plus and minus buttons for the volume controls. And down here you got your ports. You got a headphone jack and a micro USB port. I believe the headphones came with a micro USB cable, although I can't exactly remember. I already have a bunch of them lying around my house. As for the headphone jack, they did come with a headphone cable, so you can use these in wired mode as well, but I don't have mine. I gave them to a friend, so I never ever wanted to use these wired anyway. I always use them only on wireless. But yeah, so that's a quick look at the exterior of the headphones. They also fold, by the way, which is really neat. So then you can put it in the carrying case. As far as the feel of the mechanism goes here to adjust the headband, it feels really smooth. It's not like ratcheted. It doesn't have any notches. It's a very smooth kind of gliding action. It is really nicely done, and over the past year or so that I've been using this, it doesn't seem to have undergone any wear and tear, so that's pretty awesome. All right, now as far as why I bought these headphones, so to give you a little bit of a backstory, I had a pair of Beats Studio 2 over-the-ear wireless headphones. I used them for a couple of years. I would take them to the gym, etc. One day the band just started breaking apart, like almost the piece of plastic, kind of like here, keeping the band in place on one side of the headphones just, started splitting apart, and that basically caused one half of the headphones to kind of go outwards. Like instead of curving in like this, they kind of went out like this, so I couldn't fit them around my head. And I looked online, tried to find some replacement parts and tried to fix it by myself, but apparently for these Beats you had to buy the entire sort of assembly essentially, so that really sucked. I wanted to replace them with something else, and I wasn't too fond of Beats after that. I really had a good experience with my headphones, but they were not durable at all. So I went to Best Buy and I looked at the Beats, and they were like $300. And I looked at a couple of other headphones there as well, and I had this really friendly sales rep come up to me and say, "Hey, you're checking out the wireless headphones? Definitely check out these Skullcandies. They're like a third of the price, and they sound amazing. In fact, I have a pair." I said, "Okay, sure. Show me what you got." So I tested these out, and the bass slider, which I'll get to in a bit, was absolutely amazing. It blew my mind, and it was just a third of the price, like you said. So I figured, why not buy it? Overall, I've been extremely pleased with these. The sound quality is quite good. Of course, I wouldn't say that it's like an audiophile headphones by any means, but I do think it's relatively comparable to a lot of the other over-the-ear wireless headphones. This does not have any noise canceling, but I wasn't looking for anything with noise canceling anyway, so that's not a huge deal to me. Plus, the fact that these ear cups are really well padded means that you do get some sort of almost passive noise canceling just from, how isolated your ears get when you're wearing this. And of course, one of the killer features this has is the bass slider. So it almost feels like you have a spring-based mechanism inside the ear cups. And what that does is when you move the slider up or down, it adjusts the level of bass that you get in the headphone. So even when the slider is basically set to off, the sound is already really bassy and kind of bass intense, almost like a Beats-ish sound profile, which I really personally enjoy because most of the music I listen to is rap. But when you move these up, man, it gets crazy. So it's almost like they have these motors in here, or I don't know how they do it exactly, but basically the ear cups almost vibrate. Like you can physically feel them vibrate on your head. And you can almost, even from the outside, hear them vibrate. And it's really ridiculous. Like this is like bass taken to the maximum. You don't get this kind of thing with any other set of headphones. Honestly, it feels kind of like a gimmicky feature. I use it every now and then when I'm listening to a particularly bass-intense song where I really want to feel the bass in my head. But most of the time, I just leave it off because sometimes when you're watching other kinds of content, having the bass slider up makes any kind of bass notes in your audio seem really rumbly, which I don't like. And the ordinary sound with the slider turned off is plenty bassy for me anyway. Now let's talk battery life. So I use these headphones a lot. Like I probably have them on my head for maybe 6 hours a day. And so for me, battery life was really important. I did not want something that I would have to charge every single day. And man, these are great for that. So I probably charge these maybe once a week and they get insanely good battery life. I want to say it's over 30 hours of battery life. I haven't counted exactly, but that's kind of my estimate, considering that I charge it once a week, use it roughly 4 to 6 hours a day. And it does also have a quick charge feature. So I believe if you use a compatible power brick and you try to charge these headphones and the battery is almost dead, you can get I believe you can get 3 additional hours of use if you just charge it for 10 minutes. So it's got that quick charge. I think other headphones like the Beats also have them, but it's nice to find that exact same feature in a pair of headphones. It's about a third of the price. And I've tested the quick charge feature myself and it works great. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, I don't think they make this particular pair of headphones anymore. However, I definitely would give any kind of Skullcandy over-the-ear headphones a try. Even if you don't want to just buy it blindly, go to a store, try these on, see how they feel. I think Skullcandy's come a long way from being these like overly garish, bright, almost teenager headphones. They've really come a long way since then. And these are definitely great headphones worth checking out. So don't sleep on Skullcandy. All right, guys, well, that was it for this video. I will see you tomorrow with another one. Peace.